Before the pandemic forced campuses to move online, MiraCosta College in San Diego County was already setting up an online program offered by no other California community college, an associate degree program in social work and human services provided entirely online.
This gives an opportunity to our students, our local community, to start that, at least the exploration, and start getting into the field and getting some experience at the community college level.
It's a career field that's expected to grow exponentially in the coming years as the need for such services also increases. The California Employment Development Department shows jobs in the field of social work are expected to increase 12.9%, or about 4,000 jobs by 2026.
These are the jobs and the careers and the positions that are really helping our local communities.
Sean Davis is a faculty member in the sociology department at MiraCosta. He saw a need in the community and an interest among his students for training in the field of social work.
So I wanted to tell you that this is historic. North County and MiraCosta specifically has never had social work classes. You are the first students to experience that.
A grant provided by the California Virtual Campus Online Education Initiative allowed him to develop this entirely new program, along with Taylor Torona, a campus counselor and social worker who is now the instructor.
And this class hopefully will introduce you to the field of social work to the extent to where you can then make an informed decision. We were able to get an instructional designer to help us create this really innovative and engaging course. And so I came in with the content piece of it, having my background in social work.
As a police officer, I would say you're kind of like a social worker. Every call that you're going to go to is different. And working on a college environment, we deal with, I'd say, a fair amount of mental crisis calls for service.
Police officer Carrizosa has a bachelor's degree and a career in a field where social work is part of his day-to-day job. He enrolled in this new program the first semester it was offered, fall of 2020. Carrizosa found the all-virtual offering made it easier to attend class despite his busy schedule. It also made it easier to connect with and learn from his classmates.
I think students were able to open up more because they were behind a screen. You're not looking at them face to face, and you can get more of a discussion and really learn about what's happening in other people's lives.
Once I got into the class, I understood that there's so many avenues I could go with social work, and that's what excited me about it.
Student Alexa Lee was placed with the Mental Health Peer Educator program on campus, where she volunteers at a farmer's market, distributing food and information to other students.
So basically, we are the middle person for students and resources, so we try to link both of them together.
Students who complete the program earn an associate's degree for transfer, so they can continue their education at a California State University campus or be qualified to work for the county as a social worker. Instructors say regardless of what they do next, this program gives all students a taste of the many pathways available from a career in social work.
That's what we're hoping to do for students is we're at the tip of the iceberg, but let's see a little bit about what's below the surface and what those opportunities are that we as just the general public, we may not have exposure to.
Social work is involved in a lot of different sectors of our society, and they're basically there to help and make sure that people have the resources that they need and also connect them to any kind of services that can better their situation.
Administrators say the response to this new all-online program has been overwhelming. Both semesters have filled up with a wait list.
There's a buzz around it, and I think people recognize that this is something that we've needed for a while, and maybe we just didn't know it.
Students who have participated say it's not just an inside path to a growing field, but a way of connecting with the world around them, regardless of the work they do.
It's providing us the tools and the knowledge of how to change what we feel that is wrong and what is unjust.
It's understanding that everyone's an individual and we have to treat them as an individual no matter what kind of problem they're going through, and see what we can do to guide them in the right direction.